Going on, guys? Seriously the Cat here. You guys are watching a challenge video on Skyrim. Hold on for a second. For the people that just don't want to watch this and want to get into the video, I'll have a timestamp down below along with the rules and all the things that I accidentally messed up on this run, because there are some points where I messed up. And so if you're that kind of person, it'll be down below the timestamp or whatever time. For the people that are curious about the rules and everything about the fist only challenge in Skyrim, can you beat Skyrim by using only fists? First off, I'm going to go through the rules, which I just made a Google Doc. This isn't no fancy stuff. I don't really know how to edit, though. I just made a Google Doc. No healing spells. That means anything healing-wise, such as random spell healing or fast healing, anything like that, that's not allowed. No shouts unless necessary. This is the one thing that I accidentally messed up. You'll see at Black's Reach or something like that. Or it's where you basically, the place, the Dwemer Ruin, where you get the Elder Scroll, I accidentally misclicked as I paused the game or whatever, and I took him off and played a different game, and I accidentally forgot LB to run and not RB, and I had Whirlwind Sprint, and I accidentally used that like once, and you'll see the recharge thing, or the thing trying to recharge or whatever to cast a new shout. During that time, me going into the building that has the Elder Scroll, that's one of the things I want to clear up. It's just a misclick. So basically, I broke that rule, but for the majority, or not majority, but basically the whole time, except for one misclick, I followed that rule, which it was nothing. I was going to outrun the people that I was, that I was outrunning, so yeah. No other ways of killing, which means I can't use anything but my fist. That's kind of the obvious one, this is a fist challenge. And no glitches or exploits, which means like infinite money glitch, like damage and all that stuff. And so, to my character, which you'll see in a second, it's Khajiit, and the Khajiit is one of the easier routes, as it gives you more unarmed damage. I mean, honestly, I could have just used a different character and used the gloves of Pugilist or whatever, but I just use a regular Khajiit, and it's just easy. To make it harder for myself, I had no armor. It was just the stuff that you start off with, the rough tunic and the foot wraps, and that's about it. For the majority of the run, which it excludes the embassy or whatever, I'll talk about it later on. And then I also stayed at level 1 during this run as well, so that's my character kind of thing. And the only thing that I'm really allowing besides me hitting is, yes, the healing pots and food, as I'm staying level 1, and I have no armor, so I said, that's a fair exchange for, healing, so, or else it would be kind of easy to get like Dwarven or something and still be able to win this challenge. So I just went the healing route, which, takes a little bit more time to get it, and, it makes me not just like hit the person over and over until I die. So, I had to strategically, go quickly, go into my inventory and eat and consume stuff before I die or whatever. Yeah. I think that's it. Yeah. If I miss anything, I'll be sure to note at the next segment. See you guys. Enjoy the video. Okay, so in this part, we currently have the big spider. I skipped most of the beginning parts and the travel and all the guardian stone and all that kind of stuff to Riverwood, mainly due to my stupidness and me being stupid. And so I just have the spider, and then we go over and kill the Draugr Overlord to get the Dragonstone. Of course, Hush Hush, apparently, we're a new character. We don't actually know about that. We're just a psychic that knows we need the Dragonstone in order to progress in the main storyline, whatever. we grab it up, and then yeah, in my travel over to Whiterun, I encounter a woman that, in my defense, I was bloodthirsty, so I just beat her down for a couple gold. So yeah, in this main time, I'm just looting and all that stuff, whatever. Finally, we get into Dragon's Reach or whatever it's called, and go through boring dialogue and throw the stone at the wizard's head, and I think we're off to fight a dragon after this. But in the meantime, I'm gonna talk about Riverwood, and all that stuff. I over-recorded and whatnot, and it was stupid of me, and I can't really use the clip if it's over 500 megabytes, so instead of just re-recording it, I just left it out and whatever. That's why. Here we are after throwing the stone and being yelled at the Jarl to go fight the dragon that's apparently wreaking havoc currently at a watchtower of his. We're here, and we're just slowly waiting for the dragon to get over here. This is just raw film of me just fisting the dragon. Obviously by the fists you currently see Amica G. I don't know if I mentioned that in the first part. It's been like I don't know, a week since I've recorded, so sorry about that. Yeah, but it's pretty much an easy clap. It's just managing my healing and my health and that stuff and everything like that. That's about it. And then I don't know how fast he gets killed, and he gets killed like pretty fast. The guards do a good amount of damage on adept difficulty, so yeah. Okay, so in this part, yo, what's going on, guys? And this part is after talking to the Jarl, and then talking to the Greybeards, after talking to the or not talking to anybody else, but killing the dragon. I talked to the Jarl, talked to the Greybeards, and then the Greybeards sent me to go for a horn, which was taken by Delphine, and we had to go to Riverwood to meet her, and she wants us to prove ourselves as Dragonborn. I don't know how she can really determine me as Dragonborn, because, last Dragonborn hasn't been seen in, like, generations or something like that. But, we'll, escape that fact. And I guess proving that is by way of fighting dragons or something along those lines. I'm not exactly sure. It's pretty confusing. And so, with, fighting dragons, whatever, for this dragon fight, I just rush into it as seen at the beginning of this fight, and I just, quickly do my damage and heal as much as I can whenever I get like low or determine I'm like 25 or 50% and whatever, and I kill the dragon. This leads me to get Delphine's trust, and I go to the Thalmor embassy by basically doing nothing and following Delphine's instructions or whatever, because she planned it all out. And we're just going on one of her many hunches, I guess, in this storyline currently, which for the first one is the Thalmors have information on the dragons, which proves to be false, but, whatever. Yeah, so after this little segment of me killing high elves and whatnot, and mass destruction, I don't know how much more time we have on the segment, but that'll lead us to go into another building, which is the which will lead us to like a dungeon kind of thing, and we'll find a book on an old man called Esbern, and Delphine knows Esbern, so we have to go to the rat way, which I'm currently at, healing, fighting some little life thugs and all that stuff. Not that hard. It's just my armor's horrible. And by the way, during the Thalmor embassy and this little part, I wear the party clothes because when I forget about that I'm wearing party clothes for this part, and then the Thalmor embassy, I'm forced to, wear that because I forgot to give it to the Malborn character, the Dark Elf, whatever, that sneaks us in. And as you saw there, I used a whirlwind. I used to shout. Okay, and yeah. That's the second time. It wouldn't really matter because there's a door, whatever, lock picked, and yeah. Now we're on to finding more Thalmor in the Ratway before heading back to Delphine. And before this, I talked to Esbern. He was reluctant to follow us, but we told him some weird secret Delphine and him have, and whatever, and then cheered him up by telling him that we're the Dragonborn, I guess. And now he's following us and will follow us to Delphine, which apparently he figures out, or he gives us another hunch along the way that to defeat Alduin, we had to go to Alduin's Wall, which maybe tells a story. I don't know exactly what the lore behind Alduin's wall is because I've never spent that much time really listening to it, but whatever. And then we have to go to we have to in this little segment, it's just me getting the Elder Scroll, but after figuring out that we need the Dragon Wrench shout, we go to the Greybeards to see if they know it, but they don't. And then we meet the Greybeard's master, which is a dragon, which is cool, which I forgot to record that part because that would have been cool. And he doesn't know it, but he suggests using an Elder Scroll or something along those lines, I think, and to look into the past or whatever. And that, or it was Esbern or something like that. I'm not exactly sure because it's been like a week since I played. I don't know the exact story around who gives the information about the Elder Scroll, but we eventually learn through asking the Greybeards, Esbern, and their master Parthenax that we need the Elder Scroll, which we have to go to the College of Winterhold to obtain knowledge of where it might be. Another hunch, great. So we get there, we talk to some book dude, orc guy, and he gives us a person that was studying the Elder Scroll and where the location is, and we meet up with him. He sends us to this Dwemer ruin, which we're currently in now, that also hosts a Falmer area, I guess it's really called, or is it village? It doesn't. I don't exactly know what Falmer areas are really called. It was part of some strange M-lettered M-word ruined, and basically we're in Blackreach, which is the well-known thing. Yo guys, for this part, we're facing Alduin as it's, seen, of course, but for this, it's a basic thing. We're just facing him after we read the Elder Scroll at the throat of the world. Basically, we just
grabbed the Elder Scroll, seen as the last clip, and we read it at the throw to the world, and we went back. I don't know what's the technical word for 1,000 years or so ago. It seems that long ago or whatever, where we saw 3 heroes just try to face Alduin, but they did this stupid thing which they just threw him forward in time, so we had to deal with it now. Seems stupid, but whatever, it makes sense in the end, whatever. And this fight is just insane. This fight for Alduin is actually a lot tougher, in my opinion, than the actual last fight we'll have with Alduin, because Jesus, it is a mess and a half. Because I think I'm just dumb in this little segment. I mean, it doesn't kill me or I don't have any deaths in the scene. I've only had 1 death so far, so yeah. And that was by Thalmor. And that was by accident, and that was in the Ratways and whatever. That's something that's a file that corrupted, or else I would have shown it or whatever. And this whole thing, I recorded it, but yeah, after a while, I start to be a smart person, and I actually start moving and heading Alduin and whatnot. And I finally defeat him. I cut that off prematurely because I hit him for another minute, me being stupid. I didn't realize I just stunned him for a minute. Whatever. And after a while, I learned that Alduin's not dead. I did not fully defeat him, so in order to get to him, I need to go to Sovngarde, but the only way that it seems that I can get to Sovngarde or whatever is to catch a dragon or something like that. I'm not exactly sure. So I asked the Jarl of Whiterun, which is the Jarl that you guys currently saw beforehand. Most of the time, he's just a main character. I don't know why. Or one of the closer side characters of this whole quest line, and this segment speeded up, but after talking to the Jarl, he's concerned about his city, and so I have to make a peace meeting between the 2 forces, the Imperials and the Stormcloaks, which I do, and it's just an annoying line of just dialogue, and it just takes forever, and it's just boring and whatnot. And eventually I'll make peace, and then learn the shout for calling a dragon, and I just call the dragon, trap him, and then I make a deal with the dragon, and we're best buds, and we I can call him whenever, and I can go to Sovngarde, and this clip just shows me this is just a speeded up version of me making my way through Sovngarde or making my way through the dungeon before Sovngarde. And so in this part, we are currently trying to get into the Hall of Valor, I believe that's a correct term, but in my 5th fight, this is my 2nd death and my last death in this run, because soon, I believe that's how you pronounce it correctly, his power attacks or his crit attacks, where he basically does double the damage, or so. I don't know if it's a 2 times multiplier or 2.5, depending on how the game works. But whatever it is, it just wallops me. But his basic powered attack or heavy attack does half of my health, and it's still a lot. It's just an absurd amount of damage, and I have to use the rest of my potions and a good bit of food for this round. So yeah, basically for the majority of my battle with Soon, it's just me trying to heal up and all that stuff. And then we're on to Alduin, as you guys can see. He's already Dragon Rend and all that stuff because talking to the three heroes or whatever they want to call themselves, the 3 people that we saw in the Elder Scroll, or we didn't really see it, I saw it, and I saw them on the Elder Scroll that gave me the Dragon Rend shout. Those are the people that helped me defeat Alduin in the end, and it's for the big part easy clap. And the only reason that I didn't show the inside of the House of Valor is just because the dialogue is boring, and I've not shown or given any dialogue audio so far in this video, so, why do I do it now? That'd be weird, especially for something that's just bland and boring, in my opinion. So, this is the raw Alduin fight with just bare fists, so maybe I was thinking of doing this on 2 times speed, which to be honest I should have really done, but I don't know if anybody noticed, but I have a lot more food than compared to the Soon fight. That's because of the House or Hall of Valor being a pretty good food source, or it's a decent amount. I think I calculated between like 2 and 3 full heals, or like 200 health, and between 200 and 300 health gain for all food. Somewhere around there. I'm not sure the exact amount because it's been like a week since I've played this footage, and I don't exactly remember exactly all I'm supposed to say. So, yeah. It's just it's a good old Alduin fight at the end. But as the Alduin fight does its course and whatnot, I guess this is a good way to end the video, which means I could do my little sticker bit that tells you guys to, subscribe and, like the video. Hopefully the next time around I don't have to have something annoying as Clidio.com or Clidio. Hopefully the site that I'm now using, Capwing, also merges videos and that stuff. I have to, do some research on that. But yeah, that's the only thing that would change about this video is the unnecessary shouts, which, really don't matter at the end of the day because they really didn't affect any gameplay, as it didn't change the difficulty of the challenge. They were just like random bits. One being in Black's Reach, where I accidentally misclicked, and then the other one being in the before going to the Rat Way and getting Esperin. That could have also been
the same amount by me lockpicking a door at like hard difficulty or something like that and spending like 2 minutes or something like that trying to lockpick it and whatnot. But with all that said, if you want to see more Skyrim challenges and all that stuff, subscribe and like.